Hello there. I am Three of Spades. I'm the developer of Rogue Planet, and welcome to my purgatory. Or, well, I guess more accurately, my desktop, because I really didn't know what to put here, but I guess it's time for celebration, because I got some good news and some bad news. So, since I'm sure your attention span and your time is relatively short, I'm going to go over some quick good news and bad news. Good news is, I got the game done. It's completely finished. Content complete. Game is going to be out relatively soon. And I'll probably do a new trailer, too. Bad news is, the engine died on me. Yeah, it got out of control and then decided, yeah, I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to go back to sleep forever. Ironic for a game that I'm making about hallucinations and demons and dreams. I get it. The irony is not lost on me that a game that I make about murder and death and tragedy, the engine that powered that finally died. What happened was I had attempted to export the standalone executable, and then the engine proceeded to give me a prompt to save to a location in which it refused to create the proper folders. I could not create them myself, as they just decided not to appear. And then what happened was, when I go to export the game, it only loads to 4%, and then I get no errors as it proceeds to crash, and then crash again like a boot loop in Windows 10, where, you know, if you fucked up your operating system, for lack of a more kind word, it would just constantly go in the logo and spin around and around and around over and over again, but you couldn't get into your operating system. Same deal here with GameGuru, where, except instead of being an operating system, it's the actual editor. What would happen is it would crash again and again and again and again, and the only way to quit out of the actual engine would be to go to the task manager and end the task. So the engine just got completely out of control, unfortunately, and I no longer can access it. After attempting to troubleshoot the issue, trying to see if it was maybe my computer setup, trying to see if it was some Windows update, trying different versions of Windows, trying different computer hardware, AMD, Intel, Nvidia, whatever it be. Nothing worked. It was the same exact thing. Tried different versions of GameGuru, tried, Steam, tried no Steam, because the engine's made to work without Steam. Tried to see if it was overlays, antivirus, whatever it be. No dice. Didn't happen. And, unfortunately, it just decided that, yeah, that's not going to happen. So you're going to have to find a better way of exporting your game. And, it wasn't exactly better, but I managed to export it, and it was a little sloppy, but admittedly, it was the only thing I could think of on a dime, because I'd already had made it work with the tab menu, and I'll make a video showing how you can actually do that. It's fairly easy, but do bear in mind, it can definitely make your game crash a lot more than usual, because this is not exactly designed for the test editor in this capacity, because the editor itself no longer exists, and if the editor itself no longer exists, then that means any files that could rely upon that user interface that no longer exists could corrupt your entire game and probably even brick your operating system. Just because of how the game operates on a technical level. That's bad news number one. Engine broke. Bad news number two. A couple levels had to be cut as a result of this. I cut 2 levels from the poop wrestling section, which were basically just a joke anyways, where literally all it would just say, fuck you, and then fuck you again. Why are you playing this game? Go back to go back to Rogue Planet, which I spent, a lot of time making on GameGuru. And maybe also don't buy, crappy AAA games or something. Something cute like that all the kids keep spamming on YouTube. But it was that, and then I think there was a museum level. And this museum level was really simple. It was, I think, just a simple, like, random grassy field in the middle of nowhere, and you would go down a path and you would see pictures of the game in its early development, all the way to the final release. And honestly, I think I should have just probably cut that out entirely and not even bothered wasting the time thinking about making that, because I could easily just make a YouTube video and that'd be much easier. I could do some Bungie Vidoc, some thing behind the scenes, maybe, I don't know, something like that. Um, but that's bad news. There's a little more good news, though. I forgot to mention earlier. I've added some more awards. There's more achievements, basically. There are achievements that I've decided to call awards. A few of them have guns. Some people had mentioned how they wanted to use the soldiers' guns in who contacted me, who wanted to play the game, because they contacted me via Discord. Anybody can do that, of course. It's not that they usually did, but the people who did actually got to have their feedback taken into account. So I am a man of my word, of course. So I have added a few of the guns, and I've actually made them a little more overpowered than what the enemies have. There's a few hidden guns in there you can find, and a lot more achievements. You can go find those too if you want. If you find any hints, however, those were for the museum, and that level has been cut, so maybe I'll do something for that if I ever make Rogue Planet 2. I don't know. That could probably just not even happen, but, throwing it out there. Maybe I'll do what I wanted in a better engine someday. Otherwise, there's that, and yeah, the game should be out fairly soon. If I think of anything else, I'll put it in description, put an addendum or something. But yeah, I hope that 7-8-ish minutes here is fairly quick. This is a kind of just rough video. I've tried to do this a few times, so yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that. Feel free to subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your dog, tell whoever if they like this kind of game, and I will make another video later. Goodbye.